chosen ones, empaths, I had a message from a subscriber that is having trouble talking to people about the narcissistic abuse experience. So shout out to that subscriber. Hopefully what I touch on in this video will help you in your situation. Basically, in regards to talking to people, most people just believe it to be a breakup. They believe, oh, get over it. You know, they don't understand what it's like dealing with a narcissist, the aftermath of dealing with a narcissist. They just take it casually. They think, you know, oh, get back out there, meet someone new, you'll feel better. That's their answer to things. And honestly speaking, that's actually the worst thing you can do when dealing with a narcissist, is to just rush back out there before you've healed and meet someone new. I've tried to talk to people in the past. They don't understand. They just don't understand what it's like dealing with narcissistic abuse. And, you know, at one point in time, you're actually in love with this person. You shared a connection with them. You thought they were your soulmate. You thought they were your companion. You thought they were the other half. And you've seen the mask slip now. And you've seen of what a demon they actually are. You know, people just don't understand. You need to speak to fellow survivors of narcissistic abuse, perhaps in the comment section or some forums or something like that. If you want to speak to someone, you can always reach out and book a session with me. I'm not trying to plug it here. I know that sounds a bit cheap, but I'm just saying it's better to speak to people that have been through the abuse to understand what you're dealing with. People do not understand. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink it. You can pour your heart out to them. You can tell them the ins and outs of narcissism. They'll think you're crazy, you know. And if you start adding in the spiritual aspects of it, people will think you're crazy. And it's just, that's the world we live in. But this subscriber had a dream, okay? This subscriber had a dream of the ex-narcissist. And like I always say in my other videos, if you've seen them, dreams can be of one of three things, in my belief, right? Dreams can either come from God, from the enemy, from the devil, from the negative, or it can be your own mind processing emotions. That's what I believe dreams can be. One of the three things that dreams can be. And I believe that he had a dream of a Hoover. And you know, you may be right. You know, this may have been the narcissist sending negative energy your way through witchcraft or something like that that's infiltrated your dream. It can be the case, but it can also be a warning from God, giving you a warning about the narcissist, preparing you, or it could also be your brain's natural processing of emotions, you know? Like, I had a dream very shortly after the narcissistic abuse about the narcissist running away from me. And then that's actually what happened. They were giving me silent treatment. They weren't reciprocating what I was saying. So I don't know what that dream, with dream interpretation, I try not to focus too much on it. I mainly look at dreams as it's a process of emotion. And that's the main reason why I look at it. I don't focus too much on dreams and that people can get into my dreams, because it can make us get unwell. If we believe too deeply that people can infiltrate our dreams, it can make us get very scared of going to sleep. It can make us very fearful of our dreams. So, you know, take it as a blessing that you've had this dream about the narcissist, and understand what happened in the dream. Was the person running away from you? What was they doing? They were trying to hoover you. So you know now, you know, if that is them sending something your way to try and hoover you, you know you don't need to let them back in. You know you don't need to let them back in. So that can be a warning from God. It can be a warning from God. It might not be them sending something your way, right? But touching back on trying to explain this to people, if you explain to someone, I've had a dream about my ex narcissist and they tried to hoover me, you can understand your friend's point of view who thinks you're crazy, because people don't understand the spiritual aspect of this world, and they don't understand the intricacies that this world possesses, right? They don't understand. And that's why I break down, I believe in God, but I still break down, it can be a positive influence, it can be a negative influence. You know, I'm not saying that I welcome all religions, I welcome all people who don't believe. You know, we've all got a mind, we've all got our own belief systems, and we need to respect each other's belief systems, right? So what I'm saying is, I've been called crazy in the past through some of my beliefs. I don't care, right? People will label you something. That's okay. It's happened for centuries. It's happened to all of God's messengers and prophets and God's chosen ones. They've been labeled crazy at times in their journey. They've been labeled as bewitched or crazy or whatnot. So don't worry, you're going through the same experience that other people have gone through. Try to meditate or talk to God, right? Don't talk to people. People will never understand the pain that you go through in a narcissistic relationship. They will never understand it. It will fall on deaf ears. They just don't get it. They do not get it. They do not get it. If they've never been through narcissistic abuse, they don't understand what you went through. And that's why we find ourselves viewing videos like these videos to try and find the answers, okay? To try and find the answers. But to that subscriber, the dream you had may well be a dream that they sent to you. I'm not disputing that. But try not to focus on it too much, right? If the narcissist pops up now with a Hoover in real life, you know what it's about. You know what it's about. You've had a warning because you've already had the dream. So that's why I'm saying your dream might have been a warning about what's going to happen. Your dream might be a warning about what the narcissist is plotting or scheming. You know, you might get a Hoover in the future, okay? But please don't talk to people who don't understand. They just don't get it. They will never get it. They will never understand. It's so painful dealing with a narcissist. You confide in your closest and nearest and dearest because you think they're on your side, and it backfires, you know? It backfires. I kept very quiet. I told a few people at first about narcissism. I just kept very quiet. People don't understand the severity and the impact a narcissist has in our life. They just do not understand it. They will never understand it until they go through it. And you know what? I don't even wish they go through it to understand it. I don't even wish this on my worst enemy to go through narcissistic abuse. It's so painful, okay? It's very painful. But this friend that's calling you crazy or whatever, maybe try and rekindle it, downplay it, just downplay it. Say, oh, maybe I was wrong, whatever, downplay it. Because if it's a close friend, you don't want to break up. This is the narcissistic relationship is causing you to break up with your friends now. It's causing you to be isolated. This is all plans of the narcissist, you know. They know. The narcissist in my life reached out to my friends. They tried to make me out to be crazy. They tried to make me out to be this, that, the other. They tried to make my circle go very small. You know, they tried to isolate me even after the relationship. That's what they tried to do. One of my closest friends, they reached out, started smearing my name to. So don't let the narcissistic relationship put a dampener and mess up your relationships with people you have in your life now, because it's good to have people around you that care. You've got to understand that your friend is caring from a position. He doesn't understand. He's not on your wavelength. He's not at your degree. He doesn't understand what you're saying. It's not his fault he doesn't understand. It's because he's never lived it, okay? He's never lived it. And this goes out to anyone, you know? If you've never lived through the experience of dealing with a narcissist, it's going to fall on deaf ears, right? You can't expect them to understand it, right? You can't expect them to understand the severity of dealing with a narcissist, the pain that it causes you, the heartache. They won't understand it. They just think it's like a breakup. That's all they see. They see it as a breakup between a boyfriend and girlfriend, or a husband and a wife. That's all they see it as a breakup. So when you're coming with this spiritual aspect, talking about dreams, you're talking about demons, you're talking about this, people back away. They say, oh God, this guy's crazy, you know? That's why this channel is not made for everyone. A lot of people will reject what I say on this channel, but a lot of you have agreed with what I say on this channel. And a lot of you understand with what I'm saying on this channel, right? At the end of the day, E equals MC squared. Everything is energy on earth. Whether you want to look at it as positive and negative, you want to look at it as God and the devil, you want to look at it, there's stuff in the spiritual realm that we cannot see, right? And this stuff does have an effect on us. This can have an effect on us afterwards. But as I said to you, dreams can be one of three things. It can be from God, it can be from the devil, or it can be your brain's natural process of emotions, right? So just take that into an account when you have a dream. Try to understand where the dream comes from. I try not to focus too much on dream interpretation. I have some strange dreams, some weird dreams. I try not to focus too much on dream interpretation because I don't ultimately know the answers. And if I start researching it online, what this dream means, what this significant thing in the dream means, there's all of these people that interpret your dreams, but how do they really know? Dreams are something for you alone. You have your dream, it's personal. You have your dream, use it to your advantage. I believe that you had this dream as a warning. This dream of the Hoover, it's going to prevent you. Look, you've already had a Hoover in the spiritual realm. So now if the narcissist pops up with a Hoover, you know what it's about. Do not let this person back in. Don't wish for this person back. You need to go on the healing journey. You need to know, don't ever let them back into your life, and focus solely on your healing journey. Okay? Try and rekindle it with his friend. Downplay it if you want. You know, downplay it. Say, yeah, maybe I was acting a bit irrational. Whatever, just they don't understand the stuff that we talk about on this channel. You even can show him this video or her this video. They're not going to understand what I'm saying. This channel is not made for everyone. If you understand what I'm saying, that's because you've got a gift. You understand what I'm saying. We share a gift. We share a connection. This channel isn't going to... This is why I always add in the spiritual aspect in my videos, but it doesn't appeal to everyone. You know, my numbers could probably go a lot higher on subscribers and all that if I didn't talk about God and I didn't talk about devils and I didn't talk about all of that. But that is the truth, that this stuff does exist. And that's my belief, that it does exist. Whether you want to call it positive and negative, this stuff does exist. But when you're trying to break this down to your friend who maybe doesn't even believe in this stuff, you've got to understand, empathize from his point of view, or her point of view. They're never going to understand what you're saying. Okay? But don't let that be the end of a friendship or a relationship, because that's the remnants of the narcissistic relationship breaking up your connections. So don't let that happen, you know? If you try and reach out to your friend and try and fix the situation, they're not interested, then you know what? It's their loss, not yours. They walked out of your life. It's their loss, not yours. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? That's what I look at. People that walk out of my life, I look at it as their loss, not mine. You know? If they want to walk out of my life, that's their business. They can walk out of my life. It's their loss, not mine. It's their loss, not yours. Okay? But just understand, going forward, you can't break this down to people who do not understand. You cannot break this stuff down to people who do not understand. They will never understand. They've never been through it. You can't talk to people who have not been through narcissistic abuse and expect them to understand. It just does not work. They've been in relationships. They've been in these situationships. They look at it as a breakup. They're thinking, oh my God, you're not over that yet. That's what they think. They think you're not over it yet. They don't understand the severity of narcissistic abuse. They don't understand it. Okay? So they'll look at you as weak. They'll look at you as you're not over it. They don't understand the impact a narcissist can have on someone's lives and how it can literally lead them down a path of destruction. Okay? They don't understand it. They just do not understand. And that's as basic as I can put it. And I know I've mentioned that various times through the video, but you need to understand, if you try and talk to people who do not have narcissistic abuse experience, they're not going to understand what it's like dealing with a narcissist. So anyway, thank you for watching today. Please press the like and the subscribe button. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can find a link in the description box. And if you'd like a one-to-one session with myself, you can also find a link in the description box. Currently, I've got the secondary channel, spiritual channel. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.